Welcome along to another episode of the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the Manchester United edition. You have myself, Tosin, your co-host, alongside Tommy. How you feeling today?
Man, I'm good. I am good. That was a good game. I had a good day. It's good.
I'm happy because you're wearing the kit that I told you to buy, and I
Yes,
feel
sir.
feel like a proud big brother.
And there we go. We see who's
Listen,
that.
we love we
Had
love
to. They
we
had
love
to rep.
we absolutely love the Paul Scholes jersey. We absolutely love that.
It's
How
a
you feeling
must.
about the game yesterday? United, obviously, first team to open up the Premier League curtain. How do you feel about that?
Honestly, I felt like I know we only won 1-0, but I felt really good about that game. Like if you when you watch the sport for a long time, played for a long time, and you've done all that, you know sometimes some stuff like some games you just have to be happy you won. And like we played well, we had chances, we just didn't finish them.
Mhm.
And the defense was solid, the midfield was solid, the attack, like you said, a little disjointed, but most of the people that played didn't even have a preseason, so I'm not too worried about that. So, and the fact that we're able to still create chances, I can't like I'm not gonna be one of those United fans that's like, well, actually, I'm not gonna nitpick this win because I think it was a good win. Fulham did have their chances, but again, Fulham's a good team, especially a good counterattacking team, and it's the Premier League. Like you will dominate teams, but at the same time, teams lower teams can still beat you up. So I'm not too mad about this. I'm not mad about the performance, and I'm happy with the win. And good goal from my man Zirkzee.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've all watched the Premier League. We've all watched football for a very long time. And yet and still over and over and over again, you see fans, you see pundits, you see reporters, you see hosts. Everybody's trying to get their licks in like August. I'm like, the league doesn't properly start till like October, November.
I
Like, as we say in Europe, ballet. Calm down small. Like, yo,
Duro.
it's like what Eric Ten Hag said, right? His quote was so misquoted. And it was just like, can you read? He literally said, it's not me who's also going through. It's also other teams who are going through this where we're trying to adjust players and adjust teams where you have players who are coming in from international tournaments with players coming from preseason. And it's like, no, he didn't say the team's not ready. He meant it in the fact that like we have our principles, we have our tactics with the way we want to play. It's just some players just physically aren't up to that time, and that will take time. It just is what it is. It's a physically demanding league. You're playing for 9 months, 10 months, maybe a whole year at times, and it just is what it is. And I'm not mad at him for saying that. I'm just more so
Mm-hmm.
upset at the way it was portrayed in the media. Because again, my former job was to create those quotes. Okay, I literally, when I was at my former position, my job was to see a quote, find the juiciest part, use it as a pull quote, and that was it. So when I read these, like, please read the whole entire like full quote. Please go watch the presser because I know what's happening, and I'm not worried about it. Again, this season going into it for me as a United fan, it's just calm. Everything is bliss, and you know this. We talked about this. We signed 4 players who I really like, and I'm happy about it. And we're probably gonna get 2 more. I have a theory that I thought about yesterday, and I want to ask your opinion. When you see the way United play, right? Does it make more sense for Ugarte now when you see them play the way that they play?
Yeah, especially with like how we're lining up. Sometimes we go to the 4-2-2-2. How we doing all that? I feel like Ugarte is that perfect. I don't want to say Casemiro replacement, but like he's that perfect Casemiro replacement. You were able to win the, and also his ability on the ball is not bad. I just want to preface what I'm about to say. It's not like me doing him a disservice saying he sucks on the ball, but he's that ball winning, hard nosed tackler that, like, for lack of a better word, dog in him, where he will be able to win the ball, get it to Kobe, Bruno, Casemiro, Mount, whoever is higher up than him, and he'll be able to shield that back line. Or also, if Mazarawi or Dalot want to bomb up, he can even drop a bit and like form like a back three or something with whoever stays back. So I do think like I've always wanted that hard nosed six because I feel like in my personal opinion that allows Kobe to roam more, and I think that's Kobe's best position. when Kobe's that roaming eight right behind the cam or strike, like right behind the more attacking midfielder. Let him progress that ball. Let him do his cute little 1-2 touches to move the ball forward. And I think Ugarte is that perfect midfielder next to him that allows that to happen. And also, just quickly to double back on what you said about the Ten Hag quote. You know what makes it even funnier? The literally like right before that, Pep said, "Yeah, Rodri's not playing because he's not ready." Like it's almost like people who didn't have a preseason won't be ready to play.
Yeah, I mean, let me go back on your Ogate point. So yesterday I was watching it, and I understand that we come from a generation of when we got to see Michael Carrick, right? Which is a blessing to see Carrick, get to see Scholes, get to see
Hmm.
these players who can progress the ball. Your Busquets, I mean, I'm about to age myself, seeing people like Ruud Gullit. I'm seeing all these like technical defensive midfielder who can pass the ball. But sometimes all you just really need is a bastard who can give it to your better players who can play. Mazraoui is so good on the ball. He can pass, he can cross. Um, and you have your Kobe's, you have your Bruno Fernandez, your Zirkzee, even when he wants to drop deep, which we'll talk about.
Yeah,
But I think what the way if that game against Fulham is how United want to play, then Ugarte makes perfect sense for what Eric Ten Hag wants to do, and I really, really think that this is a play that would fit in. And he's from Uruguay, and if you watch any Copa America this summer, you know that those guys do not give a flying F word.
about anything. If the ball's there, they're getting the ball.
Yeah, it's either the ball or you or both. That's really it.
Like I
There's
said, that they give you a choice. Come in this area, I'm getting the ball or you. It's up to you.
ain't no half stepping. We're coming to you live and direct. But yeah, let's talk about the game overall. I mean, Fulham, credit to Marco Silva, had those boys well drilled. They're pretty decent. A couple boys that we like. Sorry, wrong Nigerian defender. Alvin Bassey, Alex Iwobi's there. ESR was solid. You could tell that he's not really up to speed yet.
Yeah,
Anthony Robinson,
he.
who I like a lot.
I remember because we've talked about him before because like I watch USA games. I live in the US, so I watch the game. He's only like 26, right? If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, yeah, some
He's he's one of those like left backs where you're like his next move. Hmm?
27.
His next move is going to be to a bigger club, like to a big club. He's not going to take a sideways step move because he's a player that can really contribute to a big team. He's great on the ball. He can defend. Like that's another thing we don't see in fullbacks nowadays. Everyone wants to be able to go for it, but he can defend. He's good going forward. He's very technical, insanely technical, and I think like that's a player who like most teams should be looking for if you need a left back. If it's a rotation left back or even a starting left back, I think he can contribute a lot.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
like you said, that Fulham team, I like them. They play well. I mean, Iwobi's always a joy to watch when he's played properly. Cough, cough, Nigeria. Um, ESR, like you said, I've always loved ESR as a player, but injuries slowed him down. So I can tell he's still finding his feet. That's fine. I remember in the United review for the season, we talked about that striker again. Moines, Muniz, I don't know how to say it. Frankie Muniz,
Muniz.
Frank, Frankie Muniz again. I like what I saw from him. It wasn't like the best, but at the same time, he's always that. Like you said, He's South American, so he's that bastard. He's gonna be there. He's gonna make you know he's there. Adama Traore, he's what you've seen. Uh, he'll get you the ball to the box. His end product. So,
You
but
know the thing about you remember that meme of that big swole guy that was trying to kick a ball and like he was trying to like that's what he looks like. The big swole guy that was trying to kick a ball.
every time,
Adama
every time.
Traore is
He dribbles like, okay, this is gonna prove I'm on the internet too much. You know when people say French Snapchat videos are just so chaotic? That's how Damachare plays. He plays like a French Snapchat, and I know it doesn't make sense. It makes sense to me.
you know
This is it's just everywhere. You're like, what are you doing?
he's so hench. Like he's so strong for no reason. It's just like, bro, you weren't even that big. Like when he first started at Barcelona, he was not that big, and
He's
next thing all of a sudden he thinks he's Big E, like rubbing.
like, bro, you don't need that, man. Put the weights down. Put the
Like
weights down.
I give the tipo you, and like, what's wrong with you, man? Like, this guy's moving like He's moving like what's it called? Like he's too stocky. He did get the best of Lissandro though. One point he got Lissandro really good.
And Dallo, and
Yeah,
that was
yeah. That was
I'll never forget that play. They were bouncing off of him, but then, like I said, Empire, like, this man passed it to nowhere, and Iwobi, you could tell Iwobi was mad because Iwobi was making a perfect one. If he just set it up, that was a shot on goal. But
yeah.
Masraoui recovered well. But like you said, that strength and speed works for him in his favor. But if he can just sort, let me not, he's like 28, 27. But still, man, try to sort out the end product, and you can have a decent end of the career.
Yeah, he's 28. Yeah, I mean, it's just, bro, you're too strong, man, and
For no reason.
it just is what it is. But yeah, less about Fulham, more about United. I was very impressed with everybody. I don't think it was a play that pissed me off. I think everybody played well. Mazraoui came in and did well for somebody who just got to England. Dalot again, very underrated player. Dalot is. I think Dalot is very good. Trying to run through the lineup. Lissandro, solid as always.
I
Uh,
love him.
yeah,
And this is I didn't mean to cut you off, but like last season, I don't know, our fans do this thing where like they flip on a player so quickly. This man was injured, and you saw how much we struggled and build up and actually defending. He is. This is me sticking my head out. He is easily a top five center back in the Prem. In the Prem,
you,
don't.
you talking about Lissandro?
Yeah,
Oh, easily.
he easily, and I can make an argument for him being top three. Like Saliba and Van Dijk to me are in words of their own, and like we can.
Gabriel's up there as well, but
Yeah, he is, and I put him next to Lissandro. I would put him next to Lissandro. Like so again, fans, please relax. That's a great player. No, oh, he's too short. He's not doing this. Football is football.
some of you are too short.
And you like I'm tall. I'm not out here trying to send you short people, even though I should be. You guys should do better. But that's for a different story. But yeah, you can continue.
I mean, listen, the average height of a man is 5'9". Most of you are closer to Lissandro than you're closer to me and Tommy. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Harry Maguire, very, very, very wonderful player. Harry Maguire, I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Listen, when the chips are down, Big Bad is
He,
right. Big Bad,
bro,
I have to say,
he
very good.
he earned like I remember around when it was like time for him to go and the whole Greece incident. I was like, man, get him out, get him the fuck out. To sound like a corporate man here, that man's a consummate professional. The man said, y'all don't want me? Bet. I'm gonna put my head down, my big ass head, I'm gonna work. And what did he do? He worked. Like that's a player, and I have to respect him. I
Bro,
really have to respect him.
that 2v1 where he stopped it. Big Bad, I got nothing to say. His time at United has been good. I don't give a damn what
Yes,
you say.
absolutely.
Has been a great signing. And when the chips are down, it's like people don't like him. I get it, right? Like, and I've said this before over and over and over again. Pretty privilege is a real thing because if Alvaro Morata was not as pretty as he was, he would not be doing the things that he does. Maguire's got a big head and he's not the most attractive person in the world, but he can do his job so goddamn well, and I'm not even mad at it. You do a great job at what you do. You're a great defender. You plug holes. You can find the pass. And he's always doing it while he's hurt. Like yesterday, you can see when he got taken off with Delit.
Yeah,
No flashes, by the way. Delit's another big dude. But anyways, Maguire looked at his calf. And I was like, oh,
yeah,
you tried.
yeah.
Like, you tried.
I and like you said, he's always like he's Mr. Reliable. He'll be there when needed. Oh, I haven't played for like 6 straight games. A center back's hurt. I need to step in. I'm gonna give you guys a quick 7 out of 10 real quick. And there was a patch where he was like a little shaky like 2 years ago, but that happens. No player. I think we've been spoiled with like looking at the Ronaldos and Messis of the world and the Neymars. I'm putting Neymar there. You won't have a 10 out of 10, 8 out of 10 game every game. That's not the sport. And Maguire is a great, like you said. I think his time here has been a resounding success. He's won trophies. He's won games. He's done it all. Like not
Four
done
big
it all.
goals.
Yeah, like he's generally been he's generally been a very good player for us. And I will like I've my view on him has completely switched 180. So I will sing his praises here. I think he deserves it.
let's quickly run through these rest of these players that he played. Casemiro, Ozempic that they gave him is looking good. He's looking younger again. So Casemiro's
Yeah.
passes. He's reading plays, breaking up plays. He's doing very well. So fair play to him. Kobe Mano. I mean, if we keep talking about Kobe Mano, we could have a whole entire podcast about how good he is. Just the kid is flipping fantastic.
Youngest in charge.
What
Fulham.
can you say? That's a guy right there. Marcus show flashes. Nutmeg a few players. That chance that he passed it, Garnacho, he should have finished that way, but it's cool. It's, what
Hmm.
showing your flashes. Bruno and Mason Mount. Mason Mount wasn't too impressive on the ball, but off the ball, Mason Mount was
Yeah.
flipping phenomenal.
And I always say, like me personally, I'm always one of those people that like pressing shouldn't be your biggest attribute. But if you are like, I know Mason Mount is a player that can like help the team in attack, especially in the final third. If you know that's not working, you have to be able to do something else, and he did. He on the ball, it wasn't clicking for him today, but it was able to lead the press well and genuinely be a bastard and a menace from the front foot. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and I enjoy Ahmad. Again, I'm gonna reuse my tweet. Very demure, very cutesy. Love it.
Hey yo, him, I'm saying, I gosh, him and Kobe, Black Boy Joy, man, Black Boy Joy.
It made me happy. That whole right side was mashallah. Mazarawi.
Ah, my God, look at that. We're doing the curse from last year.
Yeah, yeah, we had the devil kid. Now we got really good, strong Muslim men of honor, men of faith.
Mashallah, Mashallah, Man United. I
Yeah,
love it.
mashallah, United. And then Bruno. I can't say anything more about Bruno. He's frustrating. He annoys me, but Bruno's a flipping player, man. Like someone called
Yeah.
which Brian Robson. I was like, go for it, man. Go for it. Who else came on? McTominay did his thing, ran around a little bit.
Nacho too.
Nacho, what can we say? What more can we say, man? Our academy just giving us gems.
Listen, and that Garnacho kid, and I love him because I think, in my personal opinion, in my footballing philosophy, wingers should frustrate you because wingers should be the main position that just be trying shit. It should be the people that said, fuck it, why not? Let me try this. And you saw he came on, great cross. Like, that was a great cross. He put it where it was either going to be an own goal, McTominay was going to get it, or Zirkzee was going to get it. So, great cross. And then he missed it open net, which, like, it's fine. Like, it happens, whatever. Like, you get used to it. We still won the game. And even after the game, this is a little sentimental to me. After the game, he was apologizing to Rashford. Rashford just smiled and hugged him and said, don't worry about it. I love that. I don't know why.
I was going to bring that up. I was like, nah, I love that. I love that so much. And the thing is, United are growing. It's
Mhm.
first game of the season. There's tons of games. We got FA Cup, we got Carabao Cup, we got Europa League, we got a lot of Premier League games to go. It's the first game. Getting your first game in front of your stadium, getting 3 points is great. That's a great way to start off the season. Good for morale, good for all of that. Let's talk about Zirkzee real quick. He's one of the 3 Dutch strikers we've got that scored in their debut against Fulham, which is Ruud, Robin, and Joshua. I've waxed lyrical about Zirkzee for a while.
Mhm.
I was very blessed and privileged to have a job that I got to watch him on a weekly basis. I got to watch him on a weekly basis. I got to see what he's about. There's a reason why he was Serie A U23 Player of the Year, because he's a very talented and technical player. When he came on, I called my mom after the game, and me and my mom talked. My mom was just like, "Oh boy, this is that boy, number 11. Big Gunny." I was like, "Yeah, mom, he's a big."
Dada.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, mom, he's like 6'4", 6'5". Like, my mom was shocked, and I was just like, but the thing that impressed me the most about Zirkzee, and even if you watch a little bit of him at Bologna, he's very, very, very technical. For somebody that size, his first touch is stupid. And he showed flashes throughout the game where what he does. And that goal, I know that goal is what literally exemplifies. If you want an example how Joshua Zirkzee plays, watch Man United's goal against Fulham. We get the ball on the left side. Bruno Fernandes shields off the guy. Zirkzee drops deep into the middle. Bruno finds Zirkzee. Zirkzee holds him off, looks out wide, right, to find
Casemiro.
and then he finds Garnacho.
Garnacho.
mind you, this all starts because of Bruno and Zirkzee, right? Their link up play in the middle. Zirkzee now makes a dart and run into the box. He's running so good that he delays a little bit, gets the ball from
Hmm.
Bruno. I mean, gets the ball from Garnacho. And the thing about that goal that I love the most, it was such a deft touch that it looked like he didn't do it on purpose. And you almost thought McTominay scored. When you see a couple angles of it, when they replay it from like different angles, you're realizing, oh, this
He
was
stuck his foot out on purpose. He knew what he was doing.
yes.
Yeah.
Again, I'm gonna use this quote again. This word. I'm just gonna last time I ever say this on the podcast. That was very demure and very.
Oh gosh, no, exactly. And like you were saying, I've watched a couple Bologna games because again I remember you told me about Thiago Motta, so I said let me see what they're on, and that's when I saw Xerxes because I remember when he was still young, like a young wonder kid at Bayern.
Scored in his Bayern debut.
Literally, I like him, and one thing I noticed about him, he always crashes the box. He's always like. He doesn't when he does make that pass from the midfield, when he does drop deep, he doesn't stop. He won't stop moving. He won't just give the ball and like watch it. He will go into the actual box. That's what leads me to believe Eric Ten Hag keeps saying, "Oh, Holland and Xerxes can play together." I absolutely believe they can.
Mm-hmm.
I 100% believe they can. But like speaking on Xerxes yesterday, like you said, I didn't watch enough games to fully like give you a full scout report on him when it was at Bologna and Bayern. But like I said, he's very technical. Like 8 times out of 10, he's making the right pass, taking the right touch. If no, the game needs to slow down. Let me hold on to the ball, and then just spray it out wide. But the main thing I love that he doesn't stop. He will after he plays that pass. All right, let me get back in the box. I am a striker. That's why I feel like when people like, oh, I'm a nine and like when he said I'm a 9.5. Van Persie said the same thing about his partnership with Rooney. Come on, guys, don't piss me off, please.
Luck
Use
way.
this
Luck way.
like
Brain.
literally.
Mm-hmm.
So I love that, and I think it's gonna be a great season for him. Like for him, I think because and you have to have an adjustment time to the prem. That man is 6'4" with technical abilities from God. He'll be fine.
Out the wazoo. I mean, it was a very, very good win. I had a good time watching. I saw some people said they were bored. Listen, and there was some parts in the game that frustrated me. And there was some parts that we need to upgrade certain positions. But I
Hmm.
do think you got to get a new midfielder or two in. Give some time for the team to gel. Give some time for everything to kind of figure it out.
Yeah,
But things are looking good. Maguire is so technical on the ball. I know a lot of people are gonna miss Aaron Wan-Bissaka, but I'm sorry. If you watch anything Maguire did yesterday, you realize it's an instant upgrade. And
no, it was.
he's a big dude too. He ain't like he's a small guy either. Like he's not short.
I was about to say, I think the shortest person on the team was definitely Ahmad, but like outside of that, Rashford is like 6'1".
Oh,
I saw him next to Xerxes. He may be 6'2".
Rashford's not 6'1". Rashford's close to 6'3".
I promise you he is, because I saw him next to Xerxes. I'm like, what is this?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Xerxes 6'4". Casemiro, Ozempic, he slimmed down, so you guys can see how tall he actually is. Kobe, Kobe is 6 foot. We have Delit. We have
Like he's big.
that boy's growing. So we have height. Even Dalo's no small guy either. We
Mm-hmm.
have height and like we have men all over the pitch. So I like that. We're raising the physical ceiling. Like, forgive me, I'm gonna sound like one of them Twitter people. We're raising the physical ceiling and also raising our technical ceiling too. Because not only we're just getting big players, we're getting big players who are good on the ball to complement the players we have that are already good on the ball.
We're getting a lot of aura as the
Yeah.
kid.
Hey yo, listen, coach and coach and Dean are gonna beat you up. Keep playing.
They ain't gonna do nothing to me. First of all, Eric Adams will not allow them into the city.
Oh my gosh, you ain't. I see. I knew you and him were involved in that Rico case. I'm dropping state's witness.
We don't allow criminals inside New York City, okay? Well, you can
No,
visit, but you can't live here, and so they're not
you have a 72 hour watch list if you're a criminal.
okay.
Only Eric Adams can be the one doing the criminal activity.
But nah, man, it's exciting times to be United, and the cool thing is that all of our kids are fired this year.
Oh, so good. Oh, we're gonna win and we're gonna look pretty doing it.
I
Beautiful gowns.
have a nerdy thing that I noticed yesterday that a lot of people probably didn't notice. Andre Onana switched his boots again. Earlier towards the end of the season, he was wearing the white and black Tiempos with the gold tip.
Hmm.
And then this summer, he was wearing the Predators, the blue ones, all preseason. And then today, he wore the blue Tiempos that also Mason Mount wore as well. So I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
I
sorry
know.
you guys that listen to this and realize I'm a nerd. Yes, I obsess over the most minutiae shit when it comes to football, like Xerxes low socks. I'm sorry.
I love it. Listen, I love his low socks. Kobe wore low socks during the academy games, but now he always wears long socks and long sleeves. His shorts always baggy because he's trying to hide his tattoos. I
Yeah,
noticed.
yeah,
Listen, I'm right there with you. When Martial left Nike and then started wearing blackout boots, then went back to Nike, but started wearing only throwback Nike cleats. Trust me, I noticed all that stuff too. I'm right there with you.
yeah.
I, yeah.
And I noticed Dallo switched over to Puma towards last year. So
You feel me?
yeah, I noticed a lot. Like I remember when Trent first started to Adidas.
You just,
To Adidas again because remember he was an Adidas athlete when he was a kid. Went to Under Armour and now he's with Adidas again. That was one of the first things I noticed. Like you're wearing Preds and you're an Under Armour athlete, and it was super nerdy shit. Like it's just weird
mhm.
when you notice these little things. But that's what I love about football for me is like I can watch the whole game, I can watch the whole tactical thing, but then I notice like boots.
The little small, yeah, little small thing. I'm like, this player switch.
When you play the game like we did, you notice, you just pay attention to certain
It
things.
matters, and if I don't care what anyone says, it matters. Like me, I flat out just can't wear Adidas boots.
Yeah.
I switched like my first year of high school from the Adi Zeros to the Mercurios. Remember the two-tone red and white ones? I mean pink and white ones that Ozil wore in the um Euros, like was it 20? I'm not gonna age myself here, but back then I switched to those, and I've never gone Adidas because I just so that stuff matters to players. I promise you.
I'm gonna nerd out real quick, and I don't give a damn because I've been doing it all podcast long. My favorite boots of all time are these second vapors they ever made. So now they have like 18 different vapors now,
Yeah,
some crazy like that. That a kangaroo leather black vapor. I had them in a size 11. I wore them in Nationals. My favorite boots ever. I swear I'm on eBay every day looking for them. Those are my reals. If I can find a size 11, I'm playing football again. So
listen, I'm right there with you.
and they shock
I'm
orange. Sorry to cut you off. A shock orange because they're orange Vapor 2s with like literally like a bright orange, like a white Nike.
hmm
Cristiano Ronaldo wore them and a few other people wore them growing
wasn't Reebok wore them too, right? But Reebok wore the pink ones. Or was that the later version?
those are later ones. I'm talking about like
Yeah.
they made the Vapor ones, but the Vapor
Hmm.
2s. But the Vapor 2s had orange. So it's like a white and orange thing. And like in fact, I'm just keep talking. I'll show you the picture because I am dorking out right now.
Nah, I'm right there with you. I have like specific cleats, like the cleats I described that I switched to. If I find those again, I'm preserving them. I'm gonna buy two, put one in a glass box, and play in the other. But yeah, like honestly, I like the vibes around this team. Also, like you can tell, it's a more together team. There's camaraderie and all that stuff, and also the midfielder thing you're describing, the midfield profile, Collier fits that too. So that's why I think he's keeping Collier around, learn, get used to the team. Like Collier's 19, 20, so he's still, still building up to it. But so that's a player, and that's another player I would definitely hope we see more during the like Carabao and FA Cup games because I think he can contribute.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, there's certain positions that do need to be updated. There's certain positions that need to be tweaked. But
Hmm.
I'm excited, man. It's good vibes, and like a lot of these players know each other. Like Malasia and Zirkzee went to school together.
I
Uh,
just saw the cleats. I remember these. I remember these. Yes, yes.
unfortunately, you guys, I might put a picture up there when I post that. We'll see. I don't know if you guys deserve to see that. But yeah, Xerxes and what's it called? Malasia went to school together. Delit, Marzawari have been together every club they've been professional level. Xerxes
Literally.
with them at Bayern Munich. So we got the academy boys who know each other. Rashford, I mean Ganacho and Kobe. So there are a lot of connections on the team, a lot of good vibes, and just hope it keeps going. And I'm trying to be less harsh on Eric Ten Hag this year. I'm trying to give grace to a bald man this year. So that's my goal, is to be less harsh on him.
I think everyone should be doing that. I'm not. I'm mean. But my one is I'm gonna be. I know you guys see my Twitter rants. Those that follow me, I know you guys see me cursing out, especially midfielders. I'm sorry. I played midfield my whole life.
Yeah.
I've played every position in the midfield. Like I've played 6, 10. I start off as a cam. Then when I hit a growth spurt, I'm bragging. I did grow taller. I dropped back to like 8 and 6. So I've played it all, and that's a position I watch. And now I'm a coach. My younger brother, he's a winger, and that man is a proper wing. Like he's very good. This is me bragging. He was county honorable mentions last year, so he's good. So I watch wingers too. So those are the two main positions I be yelling at when I watch. I'm going to be nicer to these players. I'm going to be nicer. Disregard what I said about Mason Mount yesterday. Because I told coach, I was like, yeah, Mason Mount should be going right the tunnel into police custody because he was pissing me off. But in hindsight, he did what he needed to do.
Yeah.
So
I think
I'm gonna
that's going to be the theme of this season. Grace. We're going to give a lot of players grace. Give a lot
yes.
of players, and not just even like United players. I'm going to give a lot of like professional players grace. I think that we fail to realize how hard their job is, and obviously we want them to like be great immediately. But
Hmm.
time, man, these guys have been playing their whole entire lives at the highest level,
Yeah.
under 1%. So thank you for the good vibes, United. But I'm gonna talk a little shit. Please win something crazy this year. I'm tired of Europa League, like FA Cup. Like I want something more tangible. Give me the
If
Premier.
we win the Prem, some of you men are just gonna have to straight up fight me because I'm not stopping. Can't stop, won't stop.
Nah,
I can,
bare minimum top four and
yeah,
Europa League. I think United should be able to do both of those. So
I
that's
believe in us.
yeah. So you got anything else you want to add about the team, manager, before we head out?
Uh, the team, play like you said, give players some grace. A lot of these people, I would say a good chunk of them, did not have a preseason, so let them play themselves back in the game shape. And besides that, United, man, go.
So for myself, Tosin, and my boy Tommy, we're out. Thank you everyone for listening. May not play again next week. We go again. Everyone take it easy. We're out. Peace.
Peace.
Take your shirt off. Take your shirt off.